In the last part, my mentor gave me a deceptively simple challenge. For 1 week, spend an hour each day doing something purely for joy with no goal attached. I walked away from that coffee shop feeling both terrified and electrified. That first day was the hardest. I sat in my apartment for 20 minutes, my mind racing. This is a waste of time, it screamed. You have emails to answer, reports to file. I forced myself to go to a park and just sit on a bench without my phone. It was excruciatingly boring for the first half hour. And slowly I started to notice things. The way the wind moved through the trees, the sound of children laughing. It was the first time in years I had simply existed without an agenda. The next day I went to an art museum. On day 3 I walked into a craft store and bought a block of clay. Taking it home and just messing with it, feeling its texture with no intention of making anything recognizable. By day 5 something had shifted. I was looking forward to my joy hour. It was my anchor, a moment of pure unadulterated freedom in a life that had been anything but. I wasn't just doing things, I was rediscovering pieces of myself I thought were long gone. The girl who loved to build things, the girl who was curious, the girl who found happiness in the process, not the outcome. The journal I was keeping wasn't full of grand revelations, but small moments of feeling. Felt calm today, laughed out loud at nothing, felt like myself. By the end of the week I had my answer. My dream wasn't a different job title or a new career. It was a feeling, it was the feeling of that hour expanded to fill a life. It was a life built on a foundation of curiosity, creativity, and authenticity, not obligation and expectation. On Monday morning I walked back into my corner office. I stood at the window and looked out at that same glittering cityscape. But this time I didn't feel empty, I didn't feel trapped. I felt a quiet, powerful sense of resolve. I finally saw the view for what it was, beautiful but someone else's. It wasn't my landscape. I sat down at my desk, opened a document, and began to type. It wasn't a report, it was my resignation. The scariest part wasn't leaving the security or the prestige. It was the radical act of trusting myself, of believing that I was worthy of a life that felt as good on the inside as it looked on the outside. My journey was just beginning, the path ahead was uncertain, but for the first time it was mine to pave. Thank you for following my story. If this resonated with you, I have a question. What is one thing you loved to do as a child that you could bring back into your life, even for a few minutes? Let me know in the comments below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories about finding your own path.